All right. Good evening.
Wait,
Welcome.
I have 4 Furies? Excuse me?
They leveled last session.
I've had 4 Furies available since level 7, and I didn't know this.
I'm not in charge of your character sheet.
It's fine, I never run out of Furies anyway.
Well, I guess we'll see. But you're all 11 now, so there's that. Should be exciting stuff for you. Right? Right? Alright. I mean,
my new ability is just more work for the DM.
Isn't everyone's at this point? Between yours, Locks, and even Figs is just more work for me to, like, make the player grow concerned.
Hey, first time I wasn't difficult, sort of.
You do more damage now. That's great for me.
I'm in danger.
I'm not. The Kraken never hit me once.
Dude, that Kraken pimp slapped me, manhandled me.
I'm never in danger. I create the danger.
Excellent. All right. Who has inspiration and who doesn't?
I do not.
I do not either.
I don't know. I don't.
No, you all used it last session, or you never had to begin with. All right.
I used it last session.
Roll d20s. Lowest roll wins.
Oh no, I'm still trying to finish.
We can get to that in a second.
16.
16.
This one did well last game.
8.
Oh.
6.
Fig.
Oh no, I'm not ready.
Would you be so? I mean, it's an easy one. Could you go ahead and give us a recap from last week?
We fought
Or not last
Squiddy-Doo.
week, 2 weeks ago. Sorry, my brain.
We fought Squiddy-Doo. I cleaved a few of its tentacles, and well, okay. Ashlynn and I started overboard. That was great, and we were trying to make it back to the surface and then swim back to the ship. But that's when we discovered said Squiddy-Doo, and Squiddy-Doo was starting to attack the boat. And as Ashlynn and Fig were making it back to the ship, the others were manning, not cannons, but what are they called? Shoot, I forgot the names of them. Not harpoons either. I don't think they were harpoons technically. Whatever, weapons on the ship to start attacking Squiddy-Doo. And,
Is that his canon name now?
oh yeah, sure. And
right.
so once Ashlynn and Fig made it back on the ship, they started attacking by their own means. Malvhor was manning one of the weapons, whereas Uban was at the helm trying to maneuver the ship out while Squiddy-Doo was being taken care of. During all of that, Cirion then got taken by tentacles and was trying to be taken down to below the sea to, I don't know, be eaten alive or something.
Davy
But
Jones locker.
probably drowned first, honestly. And during all of that, Malvhor had the genius idea to I can't keep a straight face now, to use the weapon to basically hook Cirion and get him back after releasing him from the tentacle, of course. So the tentacle was holding Cirion in the air, upside down, and once the tentacle released Cirion, that's when he got hooked and we were working on getting him back. Cirion was literally dying during the whole process, but he's fine. He's alive. He made it, like always. And
Died.
Him and Locke have matching scars now.
yes, especially that. And the encounter was pretty much the whole session, if I remember correctly. So afterwards, people grouped up together to kind of look at each other and go, "Whoa, what the fuck was that?" and everything, which was great. Malvhor and Sig got and Fig got back together, to which Fig was finally like, oh, hey, I know what you should tell Galat now if something happens to me, because didn't almost drown. But I think that's basically it. They're still heading to Shield's Isle. And there are 2 tentacles on the ship because of Fig cleaving them, and they're probably burning in the sun now and smelling all nice and stuff.
Lovely.
That's all I got.
Lovely stuff.
Squiddy Doo.
Yes. I got Squiddy Doo out
leveling
of
now.
all that. Yeah. Yes, on your voyage from Umbar to the Shield Isles, you guys ran into a storm and a creature beneath the waves that attempted to not only drag some of you under the water, but the ship itself. You were able to fend it off. Fig was able to cleave 2 of the tentacles and keep them as whatever the hell she considers them.
Food? I don't know.
I don't know. Did you do anything with
need
that?
to-
I guess we'll figure that out. But you were able to maneuver out of the danger, though some of you are a bit worse for wear. You were able to navigate out of the storm and be, I think, a day off course. So that was added to your journey. You may go ahead and take your inspiration there, Fig.
Yay! I finished leveling, I hope.
The next lowest roll, I believe, was Malvhor with an 8. Fun trivia for a combat session. I guess this is just a memory game in this particular instance. How many tentacles did you fight?
I thought this was going to be the question. There were 4 tentacles.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
If memory serves, I do believe there were 5.
I remember 3 on the ship and then 1 out in the water.
That is true, but one
I could be wrong.
was
One might have popped up.
One that popped up later in the middle of the fight. I'm just bringing it up now, just to verify. I'm fact-checking myself. I did this right before the session, but now you said it with such confidence that I feel like I need to, like, maybe I'm wrong.
That's what you gotta do. You just gotta
confidence.
you gotta say things with confidence. Someone is mowing their lawn right outside my window.
Nice.
There was same for me as well, but I think they stopped.
We wait with bated anticipation.
4 is correct. There may have been more waiting in the wings,
Oh.
and that is where I was getting messed up. 4 is correct.
Yay!
You may have your inspiration. All right. So real quick, onto leveling. Are you all good with being level 11? Is there anything you have questions about? Anything that is new that you're not sure about or anything like that? We all rolled our hit dice. Everybody?
Yes.
Everybody?
Yes.
I think we're good.
Cool. Fig, I know you're actively doing things. You
I'm
good on your end?
Yes, I'm finished setting up my dice tower because I did it wrong.
My dice tower.
I tried to put it together upside down. I have it and I love it, and yet I only use it half the time. But at least it holds my dice in a pretty way.
I also have a dice tower. I don't use it for Tuesday though.
Yeah. It's just a nice, pretty box.
All right. Okay. So, with Fig at the helm,
Right.
being the helmsman, go ahead and give me a just a regular strength check to maintain.
Okay. 1 second.
Really playing with these new made-up roles for journeying on a boat.
I love it. Did you get a 1? Did you get a 1? That's Lindsay's I got a 1 face.
It would have been I got a 10 hurt
one.
face last week or last time.
Oh my god, I was getting so bad. I rolled a 1.
Uno.
Wait, my strength? I mean, that's what, like a 4 total at that point? Yes.
You tell
So-
me.
Remember how
Total.
we were only a couple days away? Now we're like 5 days away.
The adrenaline rush after the fight really wore her out.
That is actually the extent of it. After fighting, you're used to somewhat immediately resting, and you're not quite used to steering a large ship and dealing with the wind and the water and Mother Nature in this instance.
Still
You're
seasick for all we know. Who
much
knows?
more accustomed to traversing woodlands over foot or on horseback, or embarking upon small rivers or brooks. Over the course of the journey, at this point, you are able to keep course, but you do suffer a point of exhaustion.
Yay!
Yay! We love exhaustion.
It's gonna be piling it on here.
No
All right.
big deal.
With what time is left in the journey, is there anything anyone wishes to do aboard the ship prior to arrival?
Rest. Help. Medicine.
Well, I don't
mean,
think we
like,
can long rest if that's what you're
You
asking.
can't long rest, but you
I'm
can probably
asking
short
for a
rest.
short rest. Yeah, I'm asking for a short rest at this point.
I will take over Cirion's duties. Well, it's not my call, it's Captain Uban's call. But I stand ready to fulfill whatever role that is needed on the ship.
Yeah, there's, with Mordentar and Ashlynn being able to filter around, and yourself, Malvhor, there's plenty of opportunity to take breaks from your jobs and switch off and rest. Not so much the luxury of being on the road and being able to stop whenever you want. You're sort of at the whims of the wind and the water, short of just laying anchor. But with a speed in mind, you guys don't really stop in particular. But you can definitely switch off and take a short rest in cycles if you guys choose to.
I will partake of that. While my HP might not be low, I did use up all of my gift die.
I think I will refrain from doing so.
I think it's just on, just 24/7.
I mean,
That's why she's exhausted.
yeah.
Alright. Is what it is.
I only have like half my hit dice, so I don't want to use them just right now, just in case.
When you use hit dice, Cirion, you can take advantage of campfire tales every time you roll, which gives you an extra D8 for every hit dice you spend.
Wow, damn.
Yeah, support. You know, I don't do much in combat, but I'll give you health when you take a short rest.
I don't know, you're pretty spot on with team damage, friendly fire.
Yeah, that bumped my numbers up. I think I've done more damage to my teammates than the enemies.
Well, you got a can-do attitude, I guess.
At one point in this campaign, somebody is going to get, like, possessed and charmed, and Malvhor is just gonna be like, it's my time to shine.
Critical hit.
You should have done that when Cirion got charmed by Galad during the duel. Just smack him.
Whack.
So those of you who've taken your short rest, do you need anything else beyond that? You're all good? Rolled your hit dice?
Nah, I'm good.
You burned the hit die you just gained from leveling. Alright. Anything else other than resting before we move on out of this phase? Alright.
Not for me.
Then I'm going to go ahead and have Uban make the arrival check.
I didn't like that at all.
That is an interesting sound coming from our DM. I love this soundtrack, by the way.
Yeah, thank you.
It slaps.
You know what other soundtrack slaps? The Dune soundtrack.
I'm hungry. I don't think dinner was enough.
Okay.
Or maybe
What about
it's I
second
just
dinner?
want more food. I'm very Hobbit me's coming out.
You have two tentacles baking in the sun for the last 24 hours.
No.
I hope you like. Well, it's no longer sashimi. It's a
Yeah.
little cooked now.
It's a little gummy.
What is that now? Cooked squid, basically.
Calamari, I think.
I thought that was
Deep fried calamari is good.
that's true. You can prep it that way.
Well, most restaurants I go to end up prepping it that way.
All right.
You know what sucks? Crab. Because getting the meat out of the legs.
It's so good, but yes, it's so difficult.
All right.
It's like
As-
barely rewarding.
As
That's why I like crab flavored things.
Uban instructs you, Fig, on manning the helm and navigating the desired path. Eventually, what are you laughing about?
Because Matt and I both saluted at the
When
same
Uban gives you
time.
order, you have to salute him.
We saluted, and then both of us immediately like ended it as if it was something we practiced, but obviously we didn't. So I was quite pleased.
I keep looking away, so I just come back and I see Lindsay like 3/4 off camera.
I'm
losing
sorry.
it.
Please continue.
Up on the horizon, is probably early in the morning, probably in an hour or two, it would be about midday. You see a collection of scattered islands that are all sorts of terrain, but mostly hilly elevations, and to the borderline, the one probably closest from your perspective on the far right being the highest elevation, almost mountainous. And you see lush green sort of greeting you in the far distance across the islands as the wind sort of sweeps across the deck. And initially you think there's gathering clouds on the opposite side of them coming in from the northwest. And as you sort of blink and narrow your eyes, you all begin to slowly notice those aren't actually clouds, that they're each individual thick black smokestacks rising from the islands themselves. Though from where you are, you can't make out much of in terms of civilization or construction or anything like that, any sort of villages or anything. But on the far right island with the high elevation, you do see a black tower with a surrounding wall that sort of juts out from it, a large keep that seems to be the main fortification of the archipelago. Looking at the large obelisk that's sort of shadowed by these black smokestacks, and having just dealt with whatever was beneath the waves, you all feel like an overwhelming sense of oppression and foreboding. I need you
Damn it,
all...
Uban.
What did he do?
Roll sucky on his arrival roll.
I need you all to make Wisdom saving throws.
Oh.
Wisdom or corruption?
Wisdom.
Oh!
As I figure out Locke and Morintar and Ashlynn.
20, there it is. Oof. 3.
Plus anything?
I rolled a 5. Plus,
We're pumping on
Nothing
all
but
cylinders.
Malvho's not wise.
Let's see if the DMPCs can bring it home.
I rolled a 17.
Damn.
What's your guys' proficiency bonus? Is it 4 still?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I did not check if that went up when I leveled up, but I guess it did.
I think
pretty
it's
sure.
next level that we
According
that
to
it
the book.
increases. I literally just saw it in the book. We're still at 4 for at least this level.
Okay. Thank you. And yes, I do remember anyone in chat, there was a bit of a discussion last session about being able to see what the DM is doing. That is going to be a temporary thing, ideally. Alchemy will be coming out with a streamer mode eventually. So, as of right now, you all get sort of dramatic irony being able to see what's going on. So if you are a player spectating for any instance, don't metagame. Okay.
I'm just making sure nothing happens on stream.
I mean, that's fine. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright. Just because it's the order on my screen, Cirion, what'd you roll?
A 3.
3. Alright. Fig?
17.
17. Malvhor?
5.
5.
Oh no.
To be fair, this is usually what I roll. I just have a plus 13 to the skills I'm good at.
Alright. Cirion, Malvhor, and Locke. You all take 1 shadow, or 1 point of shadow.
Not
That's not good. Don't you still have one?
That's my 4th one.
Oh!
I know. That's why.
Oh,
I'm
no.
Because last time I tried to heal Shadow, I didn't succeed. So I'm carrying
Oh,
Shadow
no.
from 2 adventures.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
No.
Did you roll max?
I rolled max.
Oh my god! This is what Malvhor gets for harpooning Cirion.
That could be part of it. That could be a little bit he's dealing with. Yeah, he did it to save his friend, but...
So, my max hit points are 79 normally. But right now, they're 59.
Yay, I'm not the weakest one anymore. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my god!
How...
You two need to stay behind me, please.
How is
No.
Malvhor handling this? Like, how is he physically carrying this right now?
Like a boss.
No.
Slumped shoulders, a lot of sighing, muttering under his breath. I'm too old for this shit.
During all of that, Fig holds out a piece of like
there's a
cooked
reason-
squid.
There's a reason he keeps talking about death with Fig.
Yeah.
His mind's it's stuck on the topic. He can't shake it.
Alright. Cirion, how's your shadow points looking?
That's my first one.
Alright. Alright. Let me...
Not ever. Just want to point that
Yeah,
out there.
yeah.
Point that out to the crowd.
You let a vampire bite you.
Oregano.
That's not your first one. Let me check lock real quick.
Fig just carves a little piece of the squid, make sure it's like cooked thoroughly from what she knows, and she'll hand it to Malvhor. Would you like to try?
Oh, well, yeah.
It's like the
yeah,
scene
sure.
of Hulk giving back the taco to Ant-Man.
Exactly what it is. I'll just nibble on some calamari jerky.
I have no idea if it's good or not. I have not seen a creature like this before.
It's food. It'll fill my stomach. Sometimes that's the best you can ask for.
Well, I'm glad it suffices then.
Funny word suffices.
Alright, we're coming upon your destination. Any particular desire you want to be put down?
I'm thinking...
I believe a rough map of the region was shared a few sessions ago. If I'm wrong, I'll reshare it.
let me check my history. I think it's...
Let me try to find it. Nope.
I can share it again, but stream will be broken for like 5 seconds.
No.
Yeah, I understand. Which is why I didn't see it last time. Because...
Yeah.
As a handout?
No, it'll be in the campaign 2 chat because I can't use it on stream. Basically,
oh, right.
Basically, it's an archipelago, but there are 3 main islands. There's a small one up in like the northwest. There's a center section that has bits of broken up areas with a cove, and then there's a large one in the south with like an adjacent rock formation off to the east. And the one that is to the south and like the larger one, that is where the fort is, but the whole area is the Shield Isles.
And I mean, it's actually
all right, breaking stream.
Archipelago.
Yep, breaking stream. Here you guys go.
Oh no,
We should.
Okay.
It's just easier.
We
I
should
was looking
land.
for it.
Oh, okay. Actually, like I said, this is the first time I've seen this because I was running the stream before.
Right. I know I shared Umbar. There's a chance I didn't share this originally, and I just got confused.
No, this looks familiar. I remember seeing this.
So
I was trying to find it in chat.
the fort's at the bottom, right?
Yeah, the fort is sort of in the bottom right area. It is perched pretty much like on the coast, really high up. Then there's that giant rock formation to the right, which there's currently nothing on it, nothing you can see at least. And then there is black smoke billowing throughout the archipelago.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think we should swing around to the southernmost tip of the islands. That way we're on the main island with the stronghold, but we're not anywhere close to it.
And hopefully out of sight for now.
I don't want to have to jump from island to island. Cirion has passed out, so...
We can keep our group in the south as we gather intel.
I think that would be the best spot for a beachhead, more or less, because it's the furthest away where we don't have to swim.
and I can cover that distance easily as Ghost Bear.
You think you can manage that, Captain Uban?
I can sacrifice one of the dinghies. Getting close, let you all disembark and row yourselves to shore. But from there, I'll have to weigh anchor further off the island. I'd rather not be seen.
That's fair. What are we thinking? We want 3 days? Pick us up in 3 days? Can we do our work in 3 days, Fig?
Make it 5 to be safe.
I will let you know on the other side of that particular island with the fortress. There's a cove with docks for the comings and goings of ships and trade or whatever the hell comes out this way. So we will be letting you off on the opposite side of that, but this is going to be the strongest focal point.
So there are docks on the south part of that
the
island?
north, the opposite side.
Oh, okay.
Well, we better get comfortable, but I do think it is better to have more time than less time, but we might have to find a place to lay low when things get a little wild.
I'll find a place. I might know of a place. From the maps that I studied and stole from them back in Umbar, there might be a few areas that we can lay low, preferably.
Perfect. So drop us off on the southern tip of the island, Captain Uban, and your ship is your own for 5 days until you come pick us back up.
Oh well. Helmsman Fig, bring us in close and then I'll take over.
Okie dokies. I turned the wheel.
When
What
the
if
hell
Fig
did
just
you ever
started
start
talking?
saying that?
You okay, Fig?
I love these nautical terms.
I
Too
knew
much
the sea
squid.
changes people, but good lord. Alright. As Fig begins to shift the ship in towards the southern tip of the island, or the archipelago, I should say, gets not quite into the shallow waters, but then Captain Uban takes the helm from you, Fig. I'll
Cool.
take it from here. Raise the sails! And then prep the dinghy. You see the dinghy off to the starboard side of the ship. You'll follow your instructions, you raise the sails, and the ship slowly comes into just like a gentle glide on the water. It's very calm waters today. One by one, you all gather what you need and pile into the dinghy, and Uban slowly takes command of the ropes and begins to lower you all into the water. As you hit the surface of the water below, he leans over. Well, good luck, and welcome to Zîrar Tarka. See you in 3 days.
I've
Huh.
5 days.
5 days? Sorry.
5 days.
I heard 3 at one point.
5 days. And if
All
we're
right.
not here, we're dead.
Fine by me. Good luck. As he lets the ropes cut loose.
Okay, I want to make sure my thing was.
That's it.
What'd I do?
You got really
It,
far
like,
away.
Yep,
Yeah, it's
I
like
know.
zoomed out to, like,
Give me a second.
Oh.
My face.
Too much, too much!
Ah!
We're sure
Oh
what
my
just happened.
Whoa, whoa.
Do I have to? I was like, do I have to fix things on my end now?
No.
Okay.
My
No.
my G hub just, I guess, connected itself,
Oh.
and it just, I guess, for some reason, even though it's really only connected to keyboard and mouse, it affected my camera at the same time, so whatever. Here I am!
As you guys gain control of the dinghy, Uban steps back, and you see the sails slowly begin to drop to about half sail and make his way back over towards the helm as he strikes a match and lights his pipe and takes up the helm and slowly turns the wheel in an eastern direction and moves the ship away from the islands.
You know, there's a chance. There's a chance he dies and he won't be here in 5 days to pick us up. There's also a chance he just decides not to come pick us up, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
I think we've survived worse.
If anyone offers him more money, he'll be well on his way.
Well, row.
Stroke.
You slowly guide the boat in close to shore. You hop out once you hit into the shallow areas and drag it aboard or onto shore. As you all are met in the clear sky in noon sunlight that is just baking the beachhead. Several feet off ahead of you, you see the essential jungle tree line from where you are as the dunes of sand on the beach sort of roll over with a gentle wind rolling across. You have made it to the Shield Isles. What would we like to do?
Well, first things first, I think we gotta find a place nearby to hunker down, probably ideally within the tree line. And we gotta bring the dinghy in shore a little bit, so that way it's not just visible for anyone to take and use.
Agreed.
Where can we put it?
I think just in the tree line.
Just
the trees.
heat it up there. Okay, I'll pie the dinghy.
Yeah, I'll assist.
Alright, and one of you can give me a survival check at advantage if you're intentionally trying to hide it. Otherwise, if you're just moving it out of the way, you move it out of the way.
No, I definitely want to hide it.
Alright.
Yeah, I would like to.
Then one of you at advantage.
I'll do it. Got a +4. Hopefully that's enough. Nat 20!
Hey.
Let's go.
For a total of
24.
24. Look at that. Look at that number.
Quite a number.
Good to know. So
I'll use enough like debris and everything to try to cover it once it's in place, and then where it was dragged along the sand, I'm like brushing the sand so it doesn't show the tracks of where it was tugged and everything.
Okay, you guys pull it in offshore and into the tree line, into the jungles of the Shield Isles, and find a very decent spot of undergrowth. And you take large leaves from trees that have fallen, and debris and driftwood and everything, and just sort of camouflage it into its surroundings.
So, where are we gonna hide the dinghy?
It's already headed.
Where?
Exactly.
Just
Well, I
behind me.
I guess you did a great job because I can't see it.
We'll see if we can find it again if we're in a hurry.
Oh god.
We just never find it again.
landmark of sorts. wait.
Let's leave a sign up that says "not dinghy."
um, is there is it next to a tree?
The whole jungle is tree.
Okay, I want to find a tree next to the dinghy, and I just want to scrape a diagonal line across. That's like discreet enough, but like at the same time, you see it if you know what you're looking for. Please.
All right. See if that affects anything.
So, Ashlynn, you said you knew a place to lay low.
I believe I do. There was a few areas marked on the maps that I swiped back in Umbar. Could be a chance that there are things inside. There could be a chance that they're abandoned. Hard to say.
Well,
Depends on what our intent is. Is it just a temporary reprieve, or are we looking for a place to plot and plan?
We're looking for a place to plot and plan and live for the next 5 days.
Okay.
So we're probably going to have to evict something, but...
Potentially. Depending on what it is, then that could raise alarms. But I think I have a solution. Give me some time, I might be able to figure some stuff out. If anybody wants to come with, they're more than welcome, but I'm going to meander through the jungle a bit on my own and see if I can locate what I'm looking for.
Okay. So it's about noon. The rest of us, let's take a seat and let's discuss what's gonna happen.
Okay.
So, first
Somewhere
things
in the
first.
shadows for now, so we're not quite in the open.
I mean, we're in the forest.
Fair enough.
I don't know how until Ashlynn finds a better hiding place. I don't want to wander too far away.
Okay. Nope, for some reason I thought we were still, like, on the beach.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to go soak some sun, we can go back out to the beach.
No.
So, tonight, Fig is going to spirit bear toward the fort. That's step one, right?
It's been established.
If I remember correctly, yes.
Now, our main goal is ultimately to find some trace of the Silmarill, or at least find out how far along the enemy is in their search for it. But to that end, we are hoping Baurdor is here in the prison and can aid us in that goal. So we know there's a prison here with prisoners, and I think that should be our first objective we focus on.
Agreed.
Now, the thing is, we might only get one solid shot at this. Because the moment we break in and start making some noise, any subsequent break-in for a time, they'll probably be on high alert.
Depending on the number of prisoners, we have to account for how many the dinghy can hold.
That's also a factor.
That's also a factor. We may need to get them to the docks on the north side of the island to get them a ship to commandeer.
Well, wait a minute.
Oh.
If this is a prison of some kind, wouldn't they need boats? Or not boats. Like, other dinghies or something? Send stuff out? Get stuff in?
Yeah, they have their own ships. And that's why I was suggesting if we need to get the prisoners off the island, if there's too many of them to come with us, we will have to essentially steal a boat or a dinghy for them.
My concern is that's too much attention with what we're trying to do.
Now, actually, here's the thing. We're making this too complicated. You ever hear about the riddle with the fox, the chicken, and the grain?
What?
You have a fox, you have a chicken, and you have some grain, and you have to get them across a river in a boat, but you can only bring 2 with you at a time. If you bring the fox and the fox eats the chicken eats the grain, and so on and so forth. We can make this work with one dinghy. It's easier than the riddle. We just have to go to and from the shore multiple times to get everyone to Captain Uban's ship. We don't need to steal another ship entirely.
But how much time can that take?
It'll take as long as it'll take. It's a lot safer than stealing a corsair ship from their own docks.
I do agree with that. I am just still concerned of time, but if we are successful in not attracting attention, then it should not be a problem.
So the point I want to get with this plan is we should accomplish as much as we can in our first incursion.
Agreed.
Because we might not get a second chance.
I assume this is going to be a one-chance shot anyway.
So, the way I see it, we have 2 ways we can handle the actual incursion. Generally speaking, we can come up with specifics after Fig scouts it. We can either all stay as one large group and hit objective A, B, and C, or we can split up into 2 groups. One group can be the loud group, one group can be the quiet group. The loud group could be in charge of the prison break, while the quiet group sneaks around to try and recover any enemy intelligence.
Well, keep going if you're gonna say more.
No, I mean that's a starting point. What are your thoughts?
I would say if we need the loud group, I could be a part of the loud group because I'm not I'm gonna like shank my mail like. I'm not exactly quiet.
But if we don't want attention, I don't think we should have a loud group at all. Otherwise, we will have no way of bringing that many prisoners with one dinghy to Captain Uban's ship.
I think
Vig should go Spirit Bear. While we can still think of things, but we don't know a lot yet. We can't formulate a solid plan.
We don't know a lot. We can't formulate details. What plan have we? We have never successfully completed a plan where we were stealthy the entire time. Our cover always gets blown. At some point, we're gonna get loud. If we get loud, so here's what we need. When we get loud, we need an evacuation plan. We gotta get out, scatter, and make our way back up to our hideout without being followed. And if we do that well enough, we can lay low in our hideout for a day or however much time is left. So we don't have any immediate attention on us when we try to go back to Captain Uban's ship.
Let me propose a extreme quiet plan, at least for me. I leave my armor here, and hey, I'm just thinking of ideas. But
that actually gives me a great idea.
No, you need your armor.
That gives me an idea though. What if we found a Corsair patrol? I don't know if they patrol this island. What if we found a Corsair patrol and we relieved them of their equipment? That won't work.
We could.
That won't work because we don't look like Corsairs.
Wait, this sounds very familiar. This reminds me of the episode of Avatar with Sokka and Zuko getting into
I
the
was just
pirate.
thinking the same
Weren't we
thing.
just
Yeah.
saying this like a few sessions ago? Weren't we just going off of this episode
I
as
think
an
so.
idea?
I think so.
Okay, so we've come full circle.
Okay.
I mean,
I
that's
mean-
still an option.
It's still an option, but to be honest, none of us look like Corsairs.
No, it would be dead giveaway what we are.
You would have to pay more to Captain Uban.
Yeah, really.
Ashlynn might be able to work with it too.
I think we should institute a buddy system, though. When we scatter, pairs of people should scatter in different directions. And what we can decide now is what we want those pairs to be.
Well, let's see. If we need to scatter, I would say maybe you and me, or maybe you and Fig. That way, sorry, old man, but not much of the fighter here. And in case you do get into a squabble, Big Bear beats Big Loot. So it could be you and Fig.
Listen, I'm going to be paired up with somebody who's good in combat, because I'm the only one bad in combat.
So that's what I'm saying, like you and Vig. I'll say maybe like me and Locke, and Ashlynn and Mor.
It depends also if you want at least just one group that's good at stealthing around or not.
That's true, but
If we
I'm
are
assuming scatter
potentially
is
What
the
if-
plan went to shit, and
right, but
we
if
need to
we
move.
do go, but if we do
Yeah.
go with the plan of a group for gathering the intel of the Silmarill, then you need at least one stealth group.
Yes, and I think Locke and Ashlynn are perfect for that. I think the pairs should be Locke and Ashlynn, Cirion and Mor, and then Fig and I.
I can go either way. I can stealth also, but I also know that I can hold a group in combat if need be.
I'm
'Cause Ashlynn's got those 6 smoke bombs. Combine that with Locke's stealth. You saw what she did. The doctor was just like, "Poof," and we all ran for it. It was great. DM,
Yes.
I would like to use my new anticipate ability.
Uh-huh.
Since we have been discussing this plan for some time now, I
Okay.
imagine it's been at least a half an hour.
Yeah.
Can I request one potential problem with my plan that you can give me?
So give me the succinct rundown of the plan.
A distinct rundown of the plan that we have a pair. We're gonna break up into 3 pairs.
Mm-hmm.
Our main goal is to break in and rescue the prisoners. However, Locke and Ashlynn will probably split off and stealth to grab intelligence, while the rest of us are rescuing prisoners.
Clues for the Silmarill, primarily.
Yeah. When things hit the fan and we have the prisoners,
When?
we
I mean, let's be honest.
we scatter in opposite directions, sticking with our buddy, to later reconvene at the hideout once we lose our pursuers.
hi, buddy.
Probably one of the biggest ways in your mind, having been inside of fortifications like Kirithungul, and even Gondorian fortifications,
Ooh, I like this.
knowing sort of like the layout of those sort of structures and where those types of things that you'd be looking for would reside when things hit the fan and everybody scatters to the wind, there is a very good chance several, if not everyone, gets locked inside because they seal the gates.
Okay.
Those smoke bombs Ashlynn has would also be good for escape if necessary too, not just stealth.
You're right. I'm just thinking through this a little while trying to anticipate things that can go wrong.
Is there a...
One clear point I think this plan can fail is when things go bad and we make noise, there's a good chance they will shut the gates to the fort, trapping us inside. So
Then we don't... Sorry, go ahead.
So we will need a contingency plan to escape without going through the gate. Perhaps when you're scouting, you should be on the lookout for storm drains or other kind of small entrances that might be overlooked or might give us access to the fort proper.
Give me 1 second. Storm drains.
Worst case scenario, we could try to use a rope to rappel down from whatever wall they have. Because I imagine they're going to have a wall where archers can be on the lookout, or a lookout tower. That'll give us some height. So I think those would be our two main points of egress besides the main gate.
You all hear some rustling in the underbrush of the jungle coming off, maybe about 10 feet from where you are.
I'm gonna grab the handle of my sword.
You just grab the handle?
Yeah.
Okay.
Based on my knowledge in nature and having lived in the forest, does the rustling sound like an animal I'm familiar with? Or does it sound like a human?
Give me a nature check.
Can I argue survival, by any chance? Like if I would know the rustling of like a predator versus a small animal like a rabbit in order to keep myself safe while living alone.
Sure.
Well, that would be an 11.
An 11?
That was,
It's a
yep.
woodland critter Christmas.
It didn't even feel like rolling. It just went smack 7.
It wasn't necessarily like something like shook the brush. It was like something moved through it, so it didn't really seem like anything you recognized. And it also sounded small. Not quite sure if it was human or not.
I'm gonna look at my companions. I'm gonna say, you have my back, right?
Yes. Why are you asking now?
And then I'm gonna jump through the foliage where I heard the sound.
I was gonna check there for tracks.
And I'm gonna say, who goes there?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
You jump through and immediately see nothing, but you see into the underbrush on the floor of the jungle slithering away a long reptilian creature that just slithers away in fear.
Oh.
Oh, it was just an animal.
But then you hear a voice come from behind you on the opposite side. You all should really keep it down. You're going to attract attention.
Oh gosh, Ashlynn, you scared me. I was trying. I thought we already did, and I was just trying to get a jump on him.
Hey. Well, are we ready to move?
Yeah, you found a place?
I found a place, and I think you'll be quite happy with it.
Oh, let's go.
It's no Osgiliath, but it will definitely do for the night.
And, how do you feel about Locke, Ashlynn?
She looks at you and sort of cocks her head and raises an eyebrow. How do you mean? Yes, I'd very much like to hear this conversation too.
We are planning on instituting a buddy system so that if we may be divided, you never leave your buddy's side. And we were thinking about putting you and Locke together as buddies because you both are trained in the ways of stealth.
NPCs eyeing each other.
Are you thinking what I'm thinking? Yes, I do believe I am. Highest chance of survival. Highest chance of survival. Yes, we'll do it.
Excellent, excellent. Glad to hear it.
All right. Now, she sort of takes off the black cloak that she's been wearing since you found her in Umbar and sort of stows it away in a pack. It's much hotter out here than I've been used to, thank you, Osgiliath. It's really weakened me a bit. All right. Stay hydrated. Make sure you're drinking water. Do not drink the water of the ocean. That's just as bad. Follow me. Stay quiet. There are wandering patrols all over this island.
I told you there were.
And if we're lucky, we will get there without incident, and we can take a breather. Good. Good.
Good.
All right. Follow me. And anyone
I'm gonna
following her instructions, I will need a stealth check.
I'm gonna check my bag to see if I have a rope.
Oh, that was so close.
You guys have used rope in the past.
Yeah, I don't. It's not in my inventory, so I must borrow somebody else's. But
It's
do
part
have...
of the traveling pack.
Okay, I do have fishing gear, which comes with fishing wire.
Ow. I don't know what you're planning on using that for, but ow.
Gosh, my gosh, my gosh.
Oh my god.
Oh, the answer is no.
Okay.
I'm going to use my DM's inspiration. I rolled a 4. I'm tired of rolling 5 or less.
Okay.
Hydrate.
All right. Excellent.
Wait, hold on.
Excellent.
I have a rope if you want to use it. Just putting that
Gotta
out
hydrate.
Let's see. So this is going to be...
Reach. Yeah. There we go. Got my hydrate.
Oh, man.
Did you roll worse?
No, I technically rolled better. I won.
Rolled 5. Okay.
I rolled 5. So that's a total of 10.
It's 23 from Locke.
I'm going to go ahead and that dice is done for the night.
Dice jail.
I don't have dice jail. I'm just putting in dice exile.
Your Zuko dice. Banished.
21 from Ashlynn.
Let's go ahead with this. Let's see how this die rolls.
And an 11
Test
for
roll.
Monta.
Nope. Test roll. Nope. Maybe it's me.
What did you roll, Kev?
I forgot I have disadvantage on stealth rolls, so I had to roll again.
Okay, this is the dice
6.
we're using tonight.
So we
Yeah,
have a
I'm doing
5. No, so we have a 6 and a 10.
Yep, I have 10.
10. 6. Fig.
25.
25. All right.
Fuck you.
I forgot I had +6 to stealth.
I forgot I have +6 is stealth.
Shut up!
Get good, scrub.
You with your heavy metal suit thing that doesn't...
What'd you say? I can't hear you over my heavy metal suit thing. Ching, 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 ching.
Just gonna just push you off a cliff and watch you roll in the metal suit.
It sounds like a slinky going down.
23 from Locke, 21 from Ashlynn, and an 11 from Morintar.
That's like half and half.
It's a real toss-up. This was a group check, so. Alright. You follow Ashlynn deeper into the jungle as the sun begins to get eclipsed from the tree canopies, and the temperature does begin to cool a bit, but it is very humid. Anyone living in Ohio will surely understand this.
Hi.
So the heat doesn't really go away, you're just out of direct sunlight, which is better, I guess?
I mean, on a technical, yeah.
The mood.
Yeah. She leads you through portions of the forest as you get deeper within. You cross a few smaller brooks and streams and begin to actually descend into like a valley in a section of the island. At one point, she raises her hand and halts you all, and you sort of keep your position, and you see her hand slowly go to the back of her quiver and begin to pull out an arrow as she gestures with her head off to the right.
I follow that gaze or that gesture.
I
Do I follow?
I pull my bow and I draw an arrow as well.
You said you followed the gaze. Perception check.
Yeah, I want to see what. Oh, perception.
Perception.
Natural
I'm
20.
I'm
Natural
just gonna
20.
ready an action.
Okay.
I'm gonna ready an action. If anybody attacks our group, I'm attacking them.
20 total. For a nat
Total
20.
of 20 for your perception. Okay. You follow her
Because it's
head
still
movement.
daylight, right?
Yes. You follow her head movement and her eye line as she doesn't sort of like take her gaze off of an area of the jungle in that direction as she takes the arrow and slowly rests it on the riser of her bow and knocks it. You look over and you see several figures sort of moving probably about 60 feet out. Initially just sort of shadow shapes moving. You count maybe 4 to 6 individuals of varying sizes and shapes. Few are about the height of maybe Cirion or Ashlynn with the same sort of builds. But there are 2 others that are more muscular and very large, broadly shaped individuals who seem to be almost like hulking about. With a natural 20, after a while as they sort of move through, you clearly see that the smaller ones are human. Their faces are sort of wrapped in orangish red cloth with chainmail that sort of sits on their chests. And then the other 2 larger ones are some nature of Uruk.
But they're all guards.
Stinky.
What do you mean?
Are they all... Did you say they're all dressed as... Are they all dressed similarly?
They're a unit.
Like... Yeah.
Yeah, they
A
appear to
unit.
be together.
They're a fucking unit.
Are they walking toward us or away from us?
They seem to be walking almost parallel.
Okay. I'm gonna relay all of that information to the group. But I'm going to stand firm and not move and just watch.
Okay.
I'm gonna see that. What she points out, I'm gonna bring out my bow quietly, and bring an arrow.
We can just let them pass. We do not need to cause a scene right now.
I'm like that old man from 2 Towers.
Do I need to give you a dexterity saving throw to see if you hold on to it?
No, I'm not that bad.
Malvhor hits somebody, you just hear me randomly in the forest. Hold! But in Cinderin.
We can stay low and let them pass and not cause a scene. Otherwise, our cover is already blown.
I'm okay with that.
I'm gonna crouch lower into the brush and just hold.
In the distance, as they're walking around, you hear one of them speaks to the group. Can we just cut this one short? There's nothing ever out here.
Stay in line, maggot. But do as we're told. Ensure the island is secure at all times on these patrols.
I understand that, but there's nothing ever out here, except the wildlife. And I'm not keen on being bitten by one of those snakes again.
There's another view.
Wait. Did you hear something?
It's your bleeding mind. Nothing out there with wildlife.
No, I swear, I heard something. There it was again.
Don't you fucking dare, Matt.
That cough was real. I had a real life cough.
Recover.
You like the Dragon Ball Z bridge, just randomly.
Look, we're behind schedule. Come on, back to the floor.
They begin to sort of veer off. You slowly hear the footfalls and the branches cracking underneath as they begin to move away. You see Ashlyn's shoulders relax as she unknocks the bow and slowly puts it back in her quiver.
Oh, there's nothing on this side of the island ever. Oh.
Let's keep it that way.
I wouldn't test fate. Alright. That's a little closer than I want it to be, but the location should still be safe. Come on. She gestures you all onward. As you move deeper into the valley, and there's a sort of smallish waterfall that comes from a river that feeds in from deeper into the jungle. As you all come down, and she guides you down into sort of the initial pool that the waterfall flows into, and then trickles out downstream. She moves down along the pool and towards the waterfall. All right, behind that waterfall in the rock there.
Just like the stories.
Stories.
Yeah, you know, the fables and the stories, they always have a hidden cave behind a waterfall.
I'll take your word for it. I didn't have any of those growing up. You are all led inside of a cavern that is obscured by a large rock formation and the waterfall itself that opens up into a damp cave that opens up maybe about 30-foot sphere almost of a cavern inside with that is fairly open for being a cave, but is heavily obscured for the most part. All right. Noise of this water, you should be free to talk.
Yeah.
And with at least one of us keeping watch, we should be safe here for a single night. For us to recharge ourselves.
Sounds good. So, wait for the sun to set, and then Fig, you're gonna scout. And then once you're done scouting, we can make a proper plan.
We can have... Sorry. We can have Lock Scout, too, in a different direction. a bear is still a little more noticeable.
Yeah, but I mean, they're gonna see a bear. They're gonna be like, "Oh, it's a bear."
Our Actually, I don't think Fig would know this, so I won't ask.
They're gonna see a bear. They're gonna be like, "Since when are there bears on this island?"
That's what I was. Yeah, I was like, I don't think bears are even native to here, but
No, their first question is gonna be, "How did a bear get here?" Not, "That's totally a person shapeshifted into a bear."
Well, it's worse. So if it's a spirit bear form, it's not even shape shifting. It's just
Bear.
basically a ghost. It looks physical until you
Say,
you know.
is that arguably worse?
No, ghost bear.
Oh yes, then I can do that story again, like I did at the camp, of being a spirit of nature that is angered.
But you know what? I like the idea of also having Lock Scout, but I'm going to amend your suggestion by saying that Ashlynn should join him. 2
That's
stealthy
fine.
heads are better than 1 stealthy head.
So we have 3 stealths. Move out to gather as much reconnaissance. I'm going with that word anyway. As much reconnaissance as possible.
You could just say recon. It's just a shortened
Yeah.
word of that.
No, I was just... yeah.
That's an Avari
Does
word.
Fig know that word?
Reconnaissance.
Doesn't matter. Huh?
I said reconnaissance is an Avari word.
Yeah, you picked that up from the Avari. I'm glad you're expanding your linguistic horizons, Fig.
I have gotten better with some languages outside of Sindarin. You guys make me talk more than I usually do.
Ah, that's good. You make me fight more than I usually do.
I did not know that was a trade we were doing.
You two are so cute together.
What?
Not relationship-wise. What?
Anyway, I guess that means the kid and I are just gonna rest and keep an eye out on the cave. Make sure nobody gets your body while you're meditating.
That would be ideal, yes.
Well, we have a few hours before sundown, so why don't we just rest up, recuperate, so that way we're ready for whatever the night throws at us.
Yep.
As I yawn.
Yeah, I don't think we can really plan anything more concrete until we hopefully know more.
So you're gonna wait till nightfall for Spirit Bear? Or
Yeah.
okay. And you want Ashlynn and Locke to go out at night as well?
Yep. It's
Yeah.
convenient because there are no players involved. Except for, I mean, the Spirit Bear is Lindsay, but Ashlynn and Locke are
Brian's
players
face,
right
though.
now. I mean, it's easy with the DM. He can just, like, make a roll or something and just make whatever he wants happen.
Alright, so, you all settle into your newfound accommodations amidst the jungles of the Shield Isles, with the roar of the waterfall sort of being a mundane white noise to you all. You do find yourselves to be slowly relaxing a bit, despite the environment and situation and the goals you have that brought you to this island. You slowly see the light reflecting off of the waterfall shift as the sun begins to move throughout the sky as the day passes, edging closer and closer to nightfall on the islands. So we're going to take a break.
Oh.
So don't go anywhere, we'll be alright. It's hard being a ruler, but it is good to own land.
Ooh, I'm a bear, I'm a bear, I'm a bear, I'm a bear. I'm a bear, I'm a bear, I'm a bear, I'm a bear.
Haste.
I'm a
Time
bear.
to pack. We need
Right.
to leave.
I'm a bear, I'm a bear, I'm a bear. Look at me bearing around.
Burn! And latch onto you. You take 5 shatter damage.
This is not the hug I wanted. Alright, let's make attacks at him.
Roll them dice.
You missed my birthday, bitch!
Be all right, Heidi. Everything.
Gerda, I have a couple of questions.
Yes,
Don't be a little loud, Gerda. You've said enough already.
Probably go up on sale tomorrow. My donut! I got it. I lost it. I dropped my donut.
Who's there? Now, where do they keep mapsies? Regards.
Oh, come on! Oh, well, guess I'll just kill myself.
Talks amongst yourselves.
Yeah, so I think
Are we there yet?
that way might work.
Are we there yet?
Kevin, you're fired.
Don't have us talk amongst ourselves then.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's a role-playing game.
Beyond your years, my lady. I really wanted the bird. Someone get me a bird. Someone go on a hunt and get me a bird. Someone get me a bird. Your Majesty, the acclaimed playwright. Hello?
My queen, a gift from the Southlands.
That's a bird!
You're welcome, my lady. Just know which house gave that to you.
Oh my god. Chat is screaming at you now.
Said the thespian.
Meh. Oh no.
In Lindsayisms.
Audience, meh? Chat, meh? Oh my god.
I think you've lost it.
I need to stop doing things on stream. Adventure.
Now let's take a moment here and listen in to the teams mic'd up.
That's mine, that's mine, that's mine, that's mine. Fuck you!
We're gonna get a quest from Wynn. What kind of shady stuff is he involved with?
The fangs of
In my
smog.
younger years, I was a master assassin. I have made lots of enemies.
Kiss
All right, this is a
ass.
send it one.
Yeah, it's ascendant, but it's all about timing and finesse.
Ah!
Not like that, you fuck! Don't you dare, you son of a bitch! Why? Why? Why do you do this to me? Why do you hate me? Why do you hate me? I'm just trying to jump to the fucking... I'm just trying to... I just want to get up. I just want to get up to the... Just let me get to the ledge. Just fucking let me get to the ledge. I swear to fucking God. Just let me get to the goddamn... Thank you! God! Talking about that earlier. I found the code.
Well, I want to see where it's hidden.
It was behind the gate.
Like we suspected all along.
Let me know when you're ready.
Ready.
Flying duck.
Duck.
Flying duck.
Duck.
Flying duck.
Duck.
Baked potato.
Baked potato.
Baked potato.
Baked potato.
Taking a break.
Duck.
There's a pause button, you know.
Duck.
Just took a bit
Yes,
of
those are all the clues I would have used, which is why I got really excited.
She claims that she is of a particular tribe of hobbits. What is that tribe?
Crap. Oh, man, it's on the tip of my tongue. I really gotta start taking notes. I think Brian's doing this. Start making me take notes like this motherfucker. You know what? The Green Tribe.
Incorrect.
Written down.
Okay, fine. I'll start taking more notes. Fuck y'all.
Just like that. Health back. Go back. How is everyone? I'm doing. Why are they back?
You hear something.
Thank God I am half in the tank.
Can you read it?
Yes.
All right, hit me.
More than this to stop
Okay,
the
I'm gonna do my
strange
best to describe
brigade.
these. These are hard.
We hope.
Okay. Especially because I'm a little tipsy. So the first symbol is a blob with no hat. Does that make sense?
Apparently not.
And just a common tax for the patricians. Sire, no, it's poison! It's poison, you say? Ow.
Take a look at this map. Want a better look? Oh, look at that. Can I jump into this?
Gravity take over, but there's that. How the hell do I get... Oh shit! Oh shit, I'm sorry! I'm sorry, I didn't mean it!
I feel like, maybe I shouldn't, but... every time I use my inspiration, it goes down by 1.
We need a rest in peace.
I'm gonna
right now.
I'm gonna stop using my inspiration.
Oh, you're asleep on the job! Oh, you fool. You absolute fool. Poor fellow. Well, it'll be really unfortunate if he wakes up. Oh. Oh, uh-huh. Shit. Shit. He's awake. He's awake. He's awake. He's awake. Fuck you. Go back to sleep. Fill out into fur as her whole form begins to shift slowly into one massive adult brown bear. Ooh. Rise, Vigdis Erendil, Bjorn's daughter.
Oh boy.
And bear the name of your father, Bjorn, as you are now the matriarch of your kin, the protectors of the forest, and those that will hold this land across that. From this moment on, your people will be known as the Bjornings.
Oh shit!
I'm a bear!
I shall stand with you. Shit, you're on your own.
Salutations, listeners. My name is Professor Benjamin O'Toole of the Waterdeep University and Arcane Institute. I'm known for being an educator, philanthropist, gentleman, adventurer, researcher, and now a conservationist. I wish to express my concern as of late in regards to the dwindling population of the majestic owlbear. These beautiful creatures are all too often poached and hunted by so-called adventuring parties for resources like hides, arcane focuses, foci, and experience. Here at the O'Toole Owlbear Conservation, we are making a difference with our foster and breeding programs by taking in orphaned cubs? No, chicks. Juvenile owlbears. Our volunteers work closely with the owlbears in our care until they are of age and suitable for the reintroduction to the wild. Without our, and potentially your, intervention in this matter, owlbears could very well disappear from our forests. So, how can you help us in our effort in preserving the Aves mammalia? You can get involved in this effort by symbolically adopting one of our owlbear juveniles. Your donation will go straight to their support and care. Take a tour of our facilities and read our various literatures to educate yourself on this wonderful creature. Write to the lord or lady of your land and encourage policies that protect such wildlife. Learn Druidic magic and swear to the safeguard of the wilds and all the creatures that live inside of it, vowing to the defense against the brutal adventuring parties who go hunting for these gentle creatures in such a barbaric manner. And in that vow, you follow an ancient Druidic path that eventually leads you to the spirit of the forest, and they bestow upon you the power to take back the lands that once belonged to the beast and the bird that roam upon this realm. Recycle. Please help us in this noble effort. For more information, please direct all correspondence via a sending spell to the Office of Conservation at the O'Toole Owlbear Conservation. For inquiries regarding my research, Adventuring Days, my latest publication, speaking opportunities, private lessons, book club, and knitting circle, please forward your sending spell to the office of Sir Benjamin O'Toole of the Waterdeep University and Arcane Institute. The O'Toole Conservation name, logo, and image are all protected licensure and owned by O'Toole Philanthropy. Use of this without the express written consent of Sir Benjamin O'Toole could result in legal action, a failed death save, a gentleman's acknowledgement of a worthy adversary for being outfoxed, and or loss of consortium. Side effects of druidic magic can include uncontrollable vine growth, a sudden fascination of fungi, inability to revert from wild shape, body odor, an acquired taste for good berries, splinters, tanking for the party, depression, and or becoming one with the elements. The O'Toole Conservation is not responsible for anyone being maimed, eaten, killed, or disfigured by anyone attempting to approach owlbears. Please do not contact our officers with liability claims. We will cast silence. We mean it. Casting and speaking with animals within our facilities is strictly prohibited except by authorized personnel. We will take legal action.
And we're back.
Are we?
I hope so. Are we real? What is life?
I was waiting for you to say Uno, and all I heard was and I was like, did he finish saying Uno? What's happening?
No, I just
heard
went
like, yeah, that's what I thought you said.
Yeah.
Like behind the scenes countdown.
I was like, is he still counting?
Maybe. I might be having a stroke. All right. We're back. Thank you all for being here. We appreciate every last one of you for being here and supporting everything we do and enjoying this ridiculous story that we've woven together completely off the top of my head. What? Before we get back into it, so, real quick, all the ambience and music that you hear during these sessions are all courtesy of Battle Bards. So if you are interested in bringing more immersion, sound effects, and soundscapes and orchestral music for those epic moments to your table for all of your campaigns, doesn't have to be D&D, anything. They got plenty of Cthulhu stuff and a whole bunch of stuff that would be more like cyberpunk. Go over to battlebards.com and check them out. If you get yourself a BattleBards Prime subscription, you can get 20% off all in-store purchases, access to a mixer or a caster for remote play, so things are like virtual like this, so you're not at a table, and the ability to upload in your own audio and mix and match everything that you want from there. So head on over to battlebards.com, check out the link from Nightbot, tell them we sent you. It does absolutely nothing for us. It just lets them know that we are saying hi where it's us again. And just, you know, put a little pizzazz into your campaigns. All right. I don't think I have any other announcements for this week. Everything is pretty copacetic. Join Discord. That's pretty much where all of our updates come from right now. All right. So night has come here on the Shield Isles. As you see now a bit of silvery light sort of piercing through, refracting, God, off the waterfall and sort of almost starlighting into the cavern that you are all in. The animals of the day have gone to whatever slumber that they've resigned themselves to, and the night sounds have begun to take note. What are you laughing at?
A cat.
Oh, okay.
He's howling from down the stairs because Nova took his spot on the shower curtain that you threw on the floor.
That's not a shower curtain. It's a regular curtain.
Sorry, a regular curtain. Yeah. But no,
I can't have the people thinking I'm just throwing shower curtains on the floor.
Sorry, no, the regular curtain. When you were working on your office and you threw that in the hallway to get rid of, and he's been sleeping on it all day. Now Nova's there, and he's not happy about it.
What tracks? Anyway, night's here. What would we like to do?
Bear!
Yeah, Cirion and I are just gonna watch over Fig's unconscious form.
Okay. Fig.
Fig will sit toward the back of the small little cavern and sit in like a meditating position and close her eyes and initiate Dream Bear. Ghost Bear.
So, quick question about the cave.
Yes.
Does it dead end? Is it like an alcove or does it keep going?
It appears to dead end.
Okay. It appears to dead end.
Yes, do with what you will with that.
I will in a moment after you deal with Fig.
Let me just make a note. I need to make a scene for Ghost Bear.
Ghost Bear!
You've caught me
woefully
unprepared.
Ghost Bear!
Woefully unprepared for this, and I apologize. It is unacceptable.
Who are you gonna call? Ghost Bear form!
Not Danny Phantom.
Oh,
I see.
man.
That's the one show I never got to watch growing up because it was
Danny
never
Phantom.
on when I watched TV. But I always wanted to watch it. So any
It was a
episode
fun
I could
show.
get,
it's a good one.
It never was on when I could watch TV.
I would like them to make
our
that
one
a live
cat
action.
is now sitting on the other.
My dogs
Be
do that
more specific.
sometimes.
Which one is sitting on who?
Klein is now trying to sit on Nova to make her move away from the spot he's
That-
been on.
That is what he
all day.
does. He doesn't just like accept his lot in life and go sit elsewhere or just next to her. He gets as close to her as he can and lays and sits down, just trying to push her off. And she'll eventually leave because she gets annoyed.
he just... Oh, he wiggling.
Wiggling.
Okay, I took a photo.
All right.
Because he tried to sit on her and she didn't budge, so he just kind of slid off of her, and now he's facing the wall.
Excellent. That's very Klein. Very food cat.
I'm gonna post this on Discord. Yes, join our Discord. You get pet photos.
Pet adventures.
We've pitched it twice in the last 10 minutes, guys.
We talk about our Discord.
Join our Instagram.
We have a.
How do you join an Instagram?
Well, you have to go
Instagram.
to Instagram and you have to click the sign up button. You have to give them your email and your password.
See?
Wait, where did it go?
Did you hear about this? They're joining the Instagram.
Yes, can Madam Ava be our...
Oh, I thought it was the Insta book.
What? You want me to do reels as Madam Ava? What?
Hi, darlings. We're here to talk dice. This is a dice unboxing video now, alright? We have these lovely gems from Misty Mountain Gaming.
And that's not even a plug. I'm actually using Misty Mountain tonight. Alright.
I am too.
Fig.
Hi, me. Yes, bear.
Yes. You...
Ghost bear.
You find a place, a quiet place within the cavern for you to clear your mind and sort of fall into that deep meditative state. Where is... What are we doing? Talk me through this.
Alright. Well, so, bear form is going to apparate just outside of the waterfall. And, I am going to head from what I remember on the map, north toward, the fortress, basically. And I'm going to keep my eye out, throughout the forest for, like, patrols and everything as I go, for now.
Okay, go ahead and give me a perception check as you...
Legend of the Bear.
As you sort of focus your energy down into sort of like the center part of your chest where like the solar plexus resides, and you just slowly feel the intensity of that energy sort of ball up, and those of you watching over her do see the energy actually physically manifest and slowly emanate from her and separate from her body and begin to almost like reverse disintegration from like crystal or stardust or whatever, and begin to take the form of the spirit bear that Fig has been accustomed to taking at times. What was your perception?
24.
24. Good to know.
I rolled 2 16s.
Okay. Alright, so you... Almost as quickly as the bear form manifests within the cavern, it begins to dissipate again as you project yourself outside of the cavern and a distance from where you currently reside, and you begin to meander through the night jungle, heading north for this fortification. You wander through the forest, jungle, same thing, just what, temperament, biome difference? You get what I'm saying.
Yes.
And at night it's mostly quiet. Nothing really catches your eye too much. As you get closer to the point where the fort sort of sits up above the jungle itself, as the landscape begins to rise into sort of like that mountainous hilly area, sections of the jungle begin to sort of recede and be cleared away. It looks like there was man-made interference, clearing of the jungle, as you sort of breach the now artificial tree line and see a large bald spot between the tree line and the base of that mountain area. And as you look about, you do see streams of dissipating black smoke in the distance that appears to be coming from not like outlined fortifications, but almost like villages of sorts. Hard to tell from where you are. There is definitely a path ahead of you that would lead up towards the fortification. Where would you like to go?
I want to go around first for like a perimeter check around the fort, and then to be wary of those like outer settlements to confirm what they are.
Okay. Are you trying to be not seen?
For now, yeah.
All right, go ahead and give me a stealth check.
Natural 20.
Ooh, your dice rolls
That was a
tonight have
different
been
die I used
higher.
then. So a 26 total. Hi.
Okay. All right. That's fine.
That's 3 tonight now? Yay.
I'm gonna take
I
that
jinxed
die
myself
from you.
right then and there.
Yeah, you should.
No! It's my dispel dice. They're being very kind
It's
to me.
dispelling everything I'm doing.
I don't know what I
Alright. So you sort of focus a bit in your meditation, and you actually have your bear form sort of toe the line between the physical realm and the spiritual realm. So it almost it becomes translucent to the point where it blends in a little bit more and a little bit harder to see, especially at night.
Okay.
But so you want to go around the mountain, essentially?
Yeah, I want to do like a perimeter check, and as I'm doing that and looking at the... Oh wait, I'm not right by the walls, right? I'm around...
You're at the base of the mountain.
So I would have to be up the mountain to be at the wall.
So from where you are, if you look up towards the fortification, you see a spire that rises from the top. You do see a wall that sort of encompasses that. And then further down the mountain, you see another wall. So there appears to be 2 walls initially that lead up towards the actual fortification.
Okay, so I wanna do the perimeter check around that first wall.
Okay. So you want to get closer to it, or you want to do it from where you are?
Yeah, no, I want, if I'm not close enough, I want to get a little closer to that first wall to do a perimeter check so that I can also look for easier ways to get in other than like the main gate or whatever.
Okay. And your stealth was a 26?
Yes, natural 20.
Natural 20, total of 26. Okay.
Oh no. Dispel!
Doesn't work that way. Okay. Just do one more. Okay, good to know. Alright, so you lumber your way up towards the mountainside and go up maybe about halfway and get to that first wall.
Mm-hmm.
And you find some rather untraversed ground, but begin to do your circles, or your circle around the fortification. For the most part, it's just wall. There was a gate that was connected to like the main path that led up the side that you were sort of coming from. Every so often there is a section that has what looks to be like a turret or a tower, but there doesn't appear to be a large man force at this wall. There's wandering guards that sort of are patrolling back and forth, but it's not like there is a large section of force throughout, like a standing army or anything like that. It's a very light defense from this perspective. though there are areas where there are relatively large or heavy crossbows emplaced. You continue around, and the wall eventually stops where the point on the far eastern side of the island becomes a sheer cliff. And if you were to follow it back the other way around, you essentially come across the same thing. Though, as you do meander the northern side of it, and you get onto a bit of like an outcropping or a plateau, you do see down on the north side, almost down into like a cove that sort of feeds into the island. If you actually look at the map, you see there should be a small section that like sort of juts out like that, like a sea, small sea. Down in that area, you do see several docks with maybe 4 or 5 ships currently docked. In fact, what was your perception check? 24?
20... No, yes, 24.
24? You recognize the sails of one of those ships, and the structure of one of those ships.
Oh?
It's a little hard to tell from where you are, but the shape and the sails themselves, you see a little bit better at night.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to make out, but you're pretty sure that one ship is Captain Susra's.
Okay.
There is another ship much larger than that and is actually currently rolled up, the sails, so it's hard to make out any sort of particular emblem or anything like that, but it doesn't look like any of the Corsair ships, and the sails themselves are a orange-red coloration.
Okay.
But from there, you do see a sort of, lack of a better term, a harbor for these ships. There are some structures down there, some buildings, nothing grandiose or anything like that, but there are areas down there where you do see some torchlight and some fires and bodies moving about. And this is really far away. It's hard to make out anything beyond that. But there is a series of small roads and other what's the word, like carts and sort of a pulley systems off to the side that are connected towards the one side of the wall. Excuse me. So there's like almost like a pulley system for large goods or something like that.
Okay. While I was traversing around either side of the wall, were there any areas that had, like, implications of, like, storm drains or any, like, wear or tear or, like, damage on the walls where, like, that could be utilized for entry?
There were sections... Go ahead.
Okay, go ahead.
No,
go
you
ahead.
you know you were gonna finish a question.
Or like a part of the wall that like could be climbed without being seen by patrol, I guess, or something. I didn't mean to interrupt.
You're fine. You weren't interrupting. You were finishing your own thought. I was interrupting you.
No.
Sort of on the southern side, more closer to the cliff face where the first wall just sort of ends. There is some overgrowth of the jungle, and some of the sections of the wall were being overtaken by vines that might be scalable.
Okay. If I can type. Okay.
And then there's also a section where the river that essentially feeds the waterfall that you guys are currently residing behind.
Mm-hmm.
Its source is at the top of this mountain, so there's a section of the wall where there is a drainage section, sort of like at the midsection of the wall at Helm's Deep, where the water flows through. And that's like iron barred, sort of grated off.
Mm-hmm. Saying like I'm there.
Yes.
We're there in spirit.
Yeah.
No, Fig's there in spirit.
Ah.
Okay. Okay, so are those sections, but otherwise the only way to actually pass through that wall is the main gate, through the main path, essentially.
It's one of the intended paths, yes.
One of the intended paths. Okay, I will...
I mean, the pulley system could work, the vines could work, and there could be a way through the drainage area.
Yeah. No, I'm thinking right now is bear.
Oh, how could the bear get through?
Yeah.
The only thing that limits that is your imagination.
Can I fly as a spirit? Yeah.
Need I remind you, when the bear form made its debut on this campaign, it kicked through a gate door, so...
It did.
That might have been for flavor and rule of cool, we'll never know, because it happened off camera, but yeah.
Okay, so I will...
Just walk in the front gate. What are they gonna do?
What could happen? I want to test the vines as bear and try to scale them.
So I will remind you, you are in a spirit form.
Okay.
So replicating things physically for it might not translate to your actual bear form.
Oh, okay.
You can try it.
All right.
It might be easier, it might not even work, but you are technically in a spirit form.
Actually, okay, other idea. Since we're in the jungle, there are trees nearby the wall, right?
Yeah.
And with, like, branches that could kind of overlook...
That's it's part of the section that sort of gets overgrown, where the trees grow too close to the wall, is also where the vines are.
Okay,
So-
I'm gonna go back there, and classic bear's gonna climb a tree.
Alright, I mean, I feel like that's par for the course for a bear. That's not hard for them. That's kind of... I don't think that needs a check.
That's how bears be bears.
Yeah. Bears can climb, people.
And I'm going to scooch my bear self over on the branch to get over the wall. From above there, are there patrolmen nearby that overgrown area?
The visual
or
of
how
this,
thick is the wall? How thick is the wall?
The visual of this is ridiculous. I'm pretty sure there's a Disney cartoon with like a lion or a bear like on the tiniest of branches outstretched looking at something. So I think this is
Sounds like Winnie the Pooh.
It might be it, but he's a small bear.
Sounds like...
Anyway.
No,
How thick is the wall?
Yeah.
About probably like 6 feet.
Perfect. I want to plop myself on top of the wall. Actually, no, that's a horrible idea.
You tell me what you want to do. I'll just tell you what happens.
Okay, let me go back to my first question.
I love the DM talk of fuck around and find out.
Okay, let me go back to my first question. From where I am, are there any patrolmen nearby?
With your earlier perception check to keep an eye out, you don't see any.
Okay. So then, okay, from this wall to the innermost wall, what does the distance seem to be?
Several hundred feet.
Oh. Okay. what is in this immediate area within that 700 feet between the two
No,
walls?
several hundred, not 700.
No, several. Yeah.
Oh, I thought I heard you say 7. I was like, yeah.
No.
You're approaching a kilometer. I think. I don't know. So completely cleared out. There's no vegetation or anything. It's been completely barren.
Okay.
So
there aren't like little outposts or tents or.
So there's no vegetation. The nature side of it has been completely removed, and you see pockets of tents and fires and standards sort of spread out across the place.
Okay. Okay, I would then. This is stupid. What am I doing right now?
Are you still on that tree branch?
No, I'm going to plop myself on top of the wall to start with. And just really, like, squish myself down into the wall to be small.
Okay.
Does the top of that wall have, like, ledges or anything? Like, to, like, hide behind? I don't remember the word.
I don't know what you're referring to, but there is the back side of the wall that faces inward. There's no, like, guardrail or anything like that. It's completely open.
Okay.
There's ladders and stairs scattered about to get down.
Okay. Is there patrol... So is there patrol on top of this wall? Like patrol routes?
Yeah, you've passed it as you were investigating from the outside.
Okay, just making sure. Then what I'm going to do... This is so dumb, but I figured I was going to hit this sooner or later. I'm going to... find, like, a scaffolding or something, or a ladder to... Not scaffolding, to, like, I want to find something to help me lower myself to ground level. And then I want to stick to the what?
No, go ahead.
And then I want to stick to the shadows and keep going along the edge of this wall until I find a thinner area of patrol where I could cross, if that makes sense, to the inner wall. Or that might be too complicated. I just want to get to the next wall without being seen.
That would be nice.
I don't know if that means... I don't know if that means, like, scurrying in the shadows underneath... No, it's barren, so there aren't trees. I don't know if that means, like, scurrying in the shadows behind, like, the tents and sleeping posts and whatnot to avoid light of the fire and to do all Assassin's Creed and stay behind people's backs.
Is that what you want to try to do?
Yeah, I just want to stick to the shadows and meander my way across eventually.
Alright, I am going to ask for another stealth check because
that's fine.
The means in which you got here is pretty much you've left that that stealth initially.
Okay.
So go ahead and give me another stealth check.
If it's a Baron, there's not much. Shit. Yeah, I saw that coming. I will add viewer inspiration.
Yeah.
I can't count all of the sudden. Hold on. 14. And then, what is viewer inspiration? 1d4?
Yes.
I suddenly forgot that. Oh, shit!
You good?
That's the wall. Uh-huh. I'm gonna re-roll that. Oh. Well, that was the same number. Okay. 16.
Not terrible. 16. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Hopefully that's enough.
Well, there are definitely
Yes,
a lot.
alchemy, I'm still here.
Yeah, I don't like how it does that.
That's the second time.
It does it to me too, and I'm like, listen, I'm not gonna be changing scenes every 10 minutes.
Yeah.
There are definitely more eyes on this side, so.
Of course.
16, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We'll see where that goes. Alright.
I think I see a bear over there.
Is that a bear? Or is that my imagination? The fire, man, it's so mesmerizing. It's like making its own images sometimes with the flames.
Did that bear just talk? Alright. You find a way down from the wall and make it to the other side of the sort of barren gap between the two walls. You quickly look around. You do notice off to the far right, near where the wall actually cut off from the rock face, or the cliff face, are actually two large ballista that are facing out east towards the channel between the island and the rock face.
And this is where I am?
No, it's over to the right where the wall ends.
Oh. Okay.
You start to make your way over towards one of the tents, hoping to use it to sort of mask your large presence in the moonlight. Oh, there it is. Yes, alchemy, I'm still here. Stop it. Unfortunate. And as you move through, you notice a rather patchwork band of soldiers, bandits or so here. Several humans that appear to be maybe that of course Air or from Umbar. Definitely some Haradrim. Some that look like maybe they were Gondorian at once upon a time, but definitely several orcs, goblins, and uruks. There is definitely a mixed band of fighters here.
Okay.
In fact, the battle standards that sort of mark the encampments or the gatherings are all various symbols and emblems.
Do any of them look familiar, like, what we've seen from Mordu? I'm pretty sure there was... No, I'm thinking of something different. Do any of them look familiar, I guess? Might as well ask
I don't
that.
think you are familiar with much of the tribes and groups within the ranks of the enemy. I don't think Fig would. Unless you feel differently.
I don't think so.
Okay. You get to maybe about halfway to the next section of wall that is very similar to the last one, gate, but there are definitely like sharpened pikes that are angled outward in front of it to sort of ward off large creatures or cavalry charges or anything like that, or at least just to slow down a force that are scattered about. And there is a bit of a dip in front of the wall almost like a trench that's sort of dug out around it as well.
Okay.
You get about...
That's not pleasant.
You get about to that point where you hear some voices behind you.
What the hell is that?
Is that a fucking bear?
Is there anything big and shadowy right nearby me once I hear that? Another tent? A tree? A tower?
No trees.
Right.
There's no natural vegetation.
I need my trees.
Oh, I think that's a fucking bear.
It's almost like this section is intentionally made so when the moon is out that it illuminates nowhere to hide.
When the moon hits my eye, there's nowhere to just hide. That's fuck me.
Have they even seen bears?
Fuck.
What do you do?
I hide behind the closest thing next to me. I hope it's a tent.
Just make yourself big and bear scary. Just be like, rah.
Sure, I will say that there is a sort of like a rack of skin being tanned that is currently out. It's definitely no tent, and it definitely doesn't fully obscure anything, but it's fine. But you do duck behind that.
I want to morph into the shadows, and then I want to hide there, behind there, and then try to keep bobbing and weaving between shadows of things until I reach the trench. Oh wait, the spikes and the trench. You know what I mean. What? Is there anything else I see?
As you begin to dart from one section to the other, you hear the voices in a more rushed tone.
Yeah, there definitely is something moving over there. Grab your weapons. What is that?
You move from spot to spot, and you begin to head towards that the trench area.
It's making a break for it. Everyone to arms!
Go ahead and give me a dexterity saving throw.
I just want to see...
Give me a dexterity saving throw.
What's there? And then I want to poof! Fuck, it's another 8. Oh, wait. Am I proficient in dex saves? I don't think so. No, I'm proficient in con saves. So 8 plus 2. Is this a thingy? No, shield master. Right. I'm bear, not with a shield. Okay. 10.
10.
Wait. I'm gonna use DM's inspiration.
Pulling out all the stops.
19. Haha! 21.
19. 21. All
21
right.
total.
You avoid the pikes just enough where you don't take damage from them, because that would have forced you out.
Okay. Oh no.
And what's your bear's AC?
I don't think that matters for Spirit Bear, if I remember correctly. I'm looking. I need my glasses on to look. Is this a racial trait, I think, for me, technically? Yes.
Virtue.
Well, for alchemy, it's different.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, nope. Never mind. Hold on. This is a feat. No, it doesn't say anything about AC or whatnot.
Yeah, it just says any damage you sustain forces you out of this form and is transferred to your body.
Oh, I wanted to dodge and not be hit.
Why didn't you dodge?
Well, you are in a densely populated area with lots of eyes and not much to hide. Let me... This is probably irrelevant. Yeah, it's an AC of 11 for an adult brown bear.
Okay. My AC without shield is 16. But that's also with armor.
Yeah, that doesn't apply here.
Well, it's technically my unarmored defense as a slayer, so technically... Keep going, just go. Just tell me I get smacked and just, like, whatever.
Yeah, you do get hit with an arrow.
Fuck.
Just as you get past the pikes and almost dip behind the trench. And you take... 8 piercing damage.
Ow!
Yeah, he rolled max damage. As your...
Alright.
As the bear form, as soon as it gets hit, begins to disintegrate into that starlight. And you awaken back in your body within the cavern.
Right. Fig will just flinch and wince out of her meditation. With a grunt.
Malvhor's just at the back of the cavern, seeing if there's any hidden exit to the rear of this cavern.
Give me an investigation check.
Cirion's just flipping his dagger, just watching Malvhor do this. I'm telling you, we're fine.
That is a 25.
Damn.
25. You, in the time that Fig is in her meditative state, you give the cavern a once-over, looking for any sort of areas of egress or unnatural rock formations or anything like that. You're fairly confident that this just completely dead ends.
Okay. I'm just... you're right. I was just confirming that there's no secret crack or crevice that an animal can come through.
There's no secret tunnel. Okay, it doesn't go through the mountain.
Or goblins.
Oh. Hi, Fig.
Hi. I'm
How'd
like
it
rubbing
go?
the back of my shoulder. Well, a bear can only go so far when the land becomes open between the two walls.
So there are 2 walls with, like, a no man's land between?
Yes, with many patrolmen. And I'm going to, at that point, share everything. I wrote notes.
You can just copy and paste your notes.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll do that. Let me fix my typos and then I'll send it.
Is that necessary?
Yes,
So...
you're talking to a writer.
Drafts have errors.
They do. You should see mine.
So would it be possible to try and, like, scale the side of the cliff to bypass the walls?
You can. I'm also starting to think the drain with the river might be a good option too.
We can figure out a way to get through that grate. We have options. But you said it's... So the wall
I'm
kind of
pasting
like goes to 2 cliffs, and then the other side opens up into a bay or a small dock?
Yes, there is a cove that's like a makeshift harbor there.
That could be another point of ingress or egress. We could come in or out of the cove. If they shut the gate on us, we can try to swim out through the cove.
Or back through the river again. Either way.
Back through the river again if we come in through the river. I do like the river, but we got to get through that grate somehow.
Perhaps Ashlynn has something. Not smoke
Maybe...
bomb, but something a little more
Maybe we can dig the riverbed a little deeper to try and squeeze underneath the grate.
That as well.
Something like what? That's not a smoke bomb.
Oh, Ashlynn, I didn't
Minorly
hear you come in.
explosive.
We haven't left yet.
Oh.
Oh. I was just so taken by the rear part of this cave that I just totally forgot you were here.
Yes, you were quite captivated by it. Locke and I were just over here discussing what we wanted to accomplish, so we figured once she came back, it was worth discussing.
Oh. Yeah.
Yes, Fig.
That's a great idea.
I had 1 level of exhaustion this whole time.
Well.
I should have rolled with disadvantage on all of that.
Too late now.
I am so sorry. I just remembered I had exhaustion when I was clicking the tracker for DM's inspiration, and I was like, shit, what does that one mean again? Because I never can remember all the levels of exhaustion.
I forgot you had it as well, so.
I'm very sorry.
Moving on. So what might I have beyond a smoke bomb? Anything? No?
Okay. I mean, we're thinking of something, of tools to help us get through an iron grate. An iron drain.
Well, depending on how it's affixed, you might be able to remove it from the other side. Anything from my side, or our side, I should say. We might be able to scrounge up something from some of the outlying camps that might be useful, but I fear anything might be rather noisy.
Mm-hmm.
Unless we cause a distraction elsewhere.
You might be able to dig underneath the grate. I don't know what the riverbed's made out of.
Don't know.
Digging underwater would be unpleasant. We could also try to scale the cliffs. That's an option. And Fig said there are sections of the walls that are overtaken by vines that could get us in.
Could use those as a climbing point.
You just have to avoid the patrol that's on top of the wall and on the other side then.
Mm-hmm.
But it can be done.
Well, we might fare better. Is there anywhere in particular you want us to look, or do you want us to just see what we find?
I personally would be more interested to see if there is a way to follow the coastline to access that alcove. I know there's sheer cliff, but maybe there's a hidden path that we didn't see, that Fig didn't see. Not to come in through the dock side or exit through the dock side of the fort.
Oh, the map I have isn't terribly detailed, but we could swing out north and take a look at the docks and see where that gets us. Avoid the fortress entirely.
I think looking at the small docks attached to the fortress would be good, because I don't think Fig had a chance to get near there to get a good look at it. And I think that might give us a fuller picture than just doubling up on what Fig has already found out for us.
Could. Is the goal just to find a way in? Do you want us to progress further?
In and ultimately out. We don't want to alarm them any more than we have to at this stage, because if they are expecting trouble, that'll make breaking in to actually get to the prisoners harder.
But it would help knowing where exactly the prisoners are held inside.
Yeah, true.
As well as any rooms in the tower that might be best for where that intel is.
If things are going well and you can find out where the prisoners are held, do it. But if things start going south, get out of there, save yourself first.
Well, we'll see what we can do.
I wouldn't try rescuing anybody, just we're shooting for knowledge.
Right. Big, how many ships were docked in harbor?
About 4 to 5.
5. And were they corsair ships or merchant ships?
From what I saw, one of them was of Susra's, based on the sails. Another had red-orange sails, but they were rolled up.
I see. We'll take a look around. We'll head north, look for across the harbor, and see if we can find a way in that bypasses the 2 walls entirely. That'd be ideal. And maybe we'll come across something in between here and there.
I think that's the best idea we have right now.
Do you know of the red-orange sails, by any chance?
Go ahead and give me a persuasion check.
Ooh.
Heh. 12.
12. Colorful sails like that are often something not trying to hide. Someone who thinks they have power and can exert it properly and no one would oppose them is most likely tied to someone of power within Harad. They're not a corsair by any means, that's for sure. Corsairs try to exude intimidation and by force and appearance. Sails of that color are expensive to make and expensive to source. So it's somebody by means, for sure. Could be a merchant. Could be an attaché or something. More importantly, it probably means that they're here to speak with Rador or Susra, or both. Or they already have some sort of agreement that brought them here for all that. We are on plantation lands, so they could be here to acquire whatever goods for trade.
Worst case scenario, they could be somebody who has the Silmarillion or knows of its location.
That could be very fortuitous, though if that is the case, we might run into a much larger force than we are anticipating.
Yeah, like I said, worst case scenario. Because I know they were also, when we first interacted with Captain Uban, I know they were also, not only were they scouring the sea, they were also scouring the local merchants to see if anyone had anything that matched the description. The problem is we have no idea where it might be, so it could be anywhere.
They could also just be the financier for whatever is going on.
It could be. I think it's important to know that, but I don't think we should act on that information.
Well, we'll see what we can find. Ready to go, Locke? Alright, let's go before this one dies of old age.
Ah, you just had to get it in.
Yep.
Don't do anything while we're gone. Or at least nothing stupid. Morintar.
Barely do anything while you're here.
Morintar, you're in charge.
Oh, that's
Come on,
not
Ashlynn.
fair.
As Ashlynn puts the black cloak and hood back on. We'll return in a few hours. So they both exit out the waterfall area. Is there anything anyone wishes to do while they wait?
As tempted I am to play music, I don't think that is a good call while we're on the island.
I don't know. You can try.
I'm just going to keep an eye on the inside of my eyelids.
Okay. Anyone else? Anything?
Nah.
I'll keep watch.
Okay. You all watch your two companions leave the safety of the cavern, and you slowly let the white noise of the waterfall begin to fill the space and fill the silence. Some of you trying to grab some shut-eye in preparation for whatever is to come. A little bit of anxiety and nervousness as two of your companions leave, knowing whatever could happen between now and then. They might return, what they might find. Everything at this point lies on the edge of a knife. And that's where we're going to end tonight. We'll pick up
that's an ender.
next week, and we will see what Locke and Ashlynn turn up, and where we go from here. There are boats in the harbor.
We're doing all this planning, and it's just gonna fall apart the first group we see.
I don't know. We'll see.
It tracks for our merry little gang.
We
We'll
try.
see.
I
You
think
guys
the
are-
closest we ever got to successful was when we were trying to get that. Was it the book for Rador? And that's when Locke ran into
Yeah.
Turgon.
Yeah.
Because Locke just went, well, he's here, so fuck it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think that's the closest we got to a successful stealth mission.
I'd have to, yeah,
Eh.
maybe there might be a few others that. No, I think your plan in Rune went off
really
without
well.
a hitch.
Yeah. We were caught, but I think we adapted pretty fast, and we got pretty far before we got caught.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you have arrived at the Shield Isles, or as the Umbari refer to as Zîrar Tarka, and you have found a safe little alcove for now on the southernmost island of the archipelago. Done some reconnaissance. There are ships in the harbor, and one of which is notably familiar. Thick black smokestacks throughout the archipelago, and a host of patrols of mixed band of fighters. What lies within the fortress? Well, we'll potentially find out in the coming sessions. So, thank you so much for joining us. We'll be back next Tuesday. Our streams are normal for this week, with the exception of Saturday. We're still on hiatus there. But I'll see you all back on Friday, and we will go from there. Thank you so much, and I hope you enjoyed it. As always, have a wonderful week, and stay proficient. Good night.